What's up, lads and ladettes? How are we all doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. So, in today's humble little video, we're going to be doing a 40 PED hunt using our Corrosive Attack Nano Chip 4. Now, ideally, I should tier this up before I start using it again, but I'll do that after I do the hunt. I'm hoping to tier it up to get it up to tier 5 by the end of the year. Whether or not that will happen, no idea. So we've got the Loot Nanny cranking, which is always good, and we're going to utilize that as our way of seeing what we get, which hopefully we get some nice stuff. I'm hoping to, if we can get some purpurite, if we can get some, maybe even a, what is it called, get ourselves a plate. Either way, either way, I'll be a happy man if we can get some good stuff in today's little hunt. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about is I've been thinking a lot about Entropia Universe recently. Fucking shocker. And I've realized, right, there are some stuff in game, like there comes a time in game where you have to sit down and go, okay, what do I do the most? And I realized, right, that a lot of the things that a lot of the mobs that I hunt and a lot of stuff that I do, it doesn't really require it outside of doing things like mayhem. The things that I like, the mobs that I like hunting and all that sort of stuff, doesn't really cost that much PED, and it doesn't take too much DPS or armor, which is really good. So. What I've done is I've kind of just downgraded myself, quote unquote, to my pixie armor, and so I had sold my ghost, and then I bought martial armor, thinking that I'll use my martial armor whenever I go after things that are slightly bigger, things that are bigger, limited martial armor, mind you, And then I realized that all the things that I'm going to be hunting, I won't need the martial armor for. The pixie does well enough. And, at some point in the future, I will be upgrading my incision plates, right? So I will be upgrading my incision plates. And I'm going to be working on getting my Viceroy armor as well, over time, of course. So what I ended up doing was I ended up selling my martial armor, and then ended up using the money from that to get some Arcadia Underground deeds. I got 5. I had 3, but now I've got 8, which I think right now is probably the time to do it. If you're gonna be putting your PED anywhere, I think now is the time to buy the Arcadia Underground deeds, because you can get them pretty cheap. You can get them pretty cheap at the moment. These will go back up to above 100. I see them going back up to above 100 just because the migration is over. Now that migration is over, I very much see them going back up in price. So if I had a bigger bankroll, I would get more. I am tempted to buy a couple more using this 265 PED that I've got here. I am tempted to do that, but I also need PED to make videos over the next couple of weeks. So that kind of throws that out of the sort of throws it out. But I am hoping to pick up at least 1 or 2 Arcadia Underground deeds each week. You might be wondering why I'm investing in the Arcadia Underground deeds and not in, say, shares, because shares, you can, even though you get, even though you don't get paid, every day, or potentially every day, you get, you can buy them cheaper. The problem is, right, with Arcadia Underground deeds, even in times like things like mayhem and migration and stuff like that, even though they are, a lot of people are busy on Calypso, there are still people on Arcadia, and you can look at Law Spade's weekly deeds and payout shows for Entropia Universe. You can look at his deeds and payout show in order to see that you know, the Arcadia Underground deeds, you know, still paid out on average about 4 times a week, right? And the Moon deeds paid out on average about 1, sometimes twice a week. But it paid out on average once, right? Now, if we take that into account, and then we look at some of his stuff when it came to the actual shares, there were times where the shares wouldn't pay out in a week, right? So you just don't get anything, which obviously fucking sucks. It sucks big balls. So, taking that into account, if I was to go with if I was to buy shares, there's no guarantee that I'll get any kind of payment that week. However, if I was to get the Arcadia Underground deeds, then there is almost a guarantee that I would get at least 4, you know, at least 3 or 4 payouts on a bad week. But on a good week, there's a chance that I'll get, you know, all 7 days paying out, and some days paying out double, right? So my methodology, my mindset is, if I sink my money into deeds, and then in the future, when I've got a good bankroll going, in the future, then put it into shares, then what I'll be getting right now is almost a guaranteed payment either every day or every other day from these Arcadia Underground deeds. And you might be thinking, well, you know, what's the difference? Like, you're going to get a similar kind of payout. Not true. I don't think that's true. I think over time you're going to end up having more from the Arcadia Underground deeds than you will from the shares, in my opinion. Of course, there's some caveats to that. If they were to do another mini mayhem on, like, the Crystal Palace, for instance, then obviously we all know that should be a massive payout due to, like, just from what we saw with the mini mayhem recently. But here's another thing. You might also be thinking, Scott, but if you were to get the shares, there's a good chance that the shares will go up, you know, drastically in price. Like, if they introduce something to Next Island, or if they introduce something to Ancient Greece, or if they were to introduce something to New Treasure Island, there's a chance that it can go up in price drastically and you could double your money. This is true. This is true. However, if I'm planning on keeping everything, like all of my excess PED, in the shares and the deeds, it doesn't matter whether or not the price goes up or goes down. What matters is the return. Alright, so what matters is what matters for me is the return. And I see it as far more of a better option to go with the Arcadia Underground deeds than various shares. Now, I might be wrong on this, but for me, it seems like a more stable kind of area to keep my PED, and that's one thing you also got to keep in mind. I'm not, quote-unquote, spending my PED, right? I am just moving my PED from one spot to another. But where I'm moving it, not only will it stay there, it might potentially increase, but I'll be getting more PED every day. Well, nearly every day. Or, in a good day, twice a day. I'll be getting more PED while my PED is staying there. Then in the future, let's say I get to a point and I've got, 500, let's say in the future I end up having about 500 Arcadia Underground deeds, right? So 500 Arcadia Underground deeds at some point in the future, maybe. I've had a, really good luck with hunting, and, I've found a good niche or something like that. Or, my YouTube channel blows up and I'm able to put more money into the game. Who knows? So let's just say something happens and I'm able to get 500 Arcadia Underground deeds, right? If in the future there's something that I want to buy, right, but it's like, let's say it's like 5,000 PED, right? Let's say it's 5,000 PED, but I don't have that PED on hand. I can then turn around and go, well, I do have, 500 PED. So I might sell 55 like 55 deeds, and get, you know, depending on the price. Let's just say I'm able to get 500. Let's say I'm able to sell the 55 deeds and get 5,500, right? Let's say I'm able to do that. Then I'll be able to get that thing, right? Because my PED has kind of stayed there. But with shares, right? With shares, because it's more volatile, I might, but like, let's say the price of, let's say New Treasure Island goes up, and it goes up to like 15 PED. And I go in and I buy a bunch, thinking that they're going to continue to go up. But then they start to drop back down, and then they go below 10 PED. Then, you know, it would just be a waste. Yet, the Arcadia Underground seems more stable. I am also thinking about getting some Moon. I'm not 100% certain. But, so I sold my armor, right? I sold my armor, and I think I made the right call, because I know I'm not going to be using it, right? I know I'm not going to be using it. And if, in the future, I want to re-buy a new set of armor, I just have to wait until, you know, I got a little bit of money from YouTube, and then I can get it then. But I'm not planning on getting, I'm not planning on getting higher level armor yet, because there is nothing within my, like, a comfortable DPS range. Nothing within a comfortable DPS range that can't be handled, that the Pixie can't handle, right? There's nothing within my comfortable DPS range that my Pixie armor can't handle. And if in the future, right, I'm able to get the upgrade parts for my incision plates, right? If I'm able to get the upgrade parts for my incision plates, then it's going to get to a point where, you know, I'll be evading and dodging more than, or blocking. I think it might be blocked, but I'm going to be, you know, maneuvering more than anything else. And I'm also planning on getting the Viceroy and upgrading the Viceroy, right? So at some point in the future, it's gonna be at a point where the armor that I'm gonna get naturally over time by playing the game, I won't need to buy any armor, you know, because I'm gonna get it anyway, because I plan on getting it anyway. Hey, nice little global, nice little global. Nice little 10, what is that, a 10 PED? No, it's, what was that? 11 PED. 11 PED. Fantastic. Nice little 11 PED global. Brings us up to, you know, over 100%, which is always good. Now, hopefully we can, sort of ride that and kind of get, like, keep it around about 100%. That would be good. If we can keep it around 100% returns, like by the end of this nice little hunt, then I'll be a happy camper. Yeah, we haven't really been getting any. Nah, socket components aren't all that special though. Could be worse. But yeah, it could be worse. That's alright. I mean, I need to collect a lot of components anyway, because I'm going to be spending a lot of time on next island, so I want to have all these little components and ores and end matter in order to, you know, make stuff. Was that a? No, it was just some of that. Yeah, it was just that shit. I thought that was like stones or something here. But yeah, so I'm gonna be staying on next island for a little while. So a lot of these hunting videos will be me hunting various mobs on next island. There will obviously be repeated mobs, but that's just the nature of the game. You know, they're hunting. You know, these are just my little hunting vlogs, little hunting ventures and things like that. And I'll also be doing some mining as well, so look forward to that. But I need to build up a good stock of various stuff on next island. That way, in the future, I can, you know, craft a lot of my stuff, maybe. That's kind of the hope. And one of the things that I'm going to be working on with my Arcadia Underground deeds, right? Once I get to 100 and I'm getting 1 PED each day, right? Or, 1 to 2 PED each day, one of the things that I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to do a TT mining run, or, TT cost mining run with my Rookie Terramaster each day, right? So I'll be able to turn it into a little bit of a routine. I get up each day, I buy 1 to 2 PED worth of probes if I get paid on that. Like if I get my Arcadia Underground payout that day, I gets me some probes. Then I go out, I drop them probes, and then whatever I get, 4.32. Okay, we've got our return. We've got our 100% return. It's got to be more than 100%. That's good. That's good. That's good. Well, actually, I don't know if it's going to be the 100% return, because still needs to account for my my chips decay. But anyway, so I can go out each day, do a little bit of a TT mining run, throw all of that shit into storage, and if I was to do that every single day, right, while obviously increasing the amount of Arcadia Underground deeds that I have, it will get to a point where I'll have like just a shitload of materials in my storage, and that's kind of what I want to get to. I want to get to a point where I have enough materials in my storage and enough ped flow each day to each week where I can be like, okay, I'm gonna make myself a BC 30, like a BC 35 or a BC 40, whatever, or an LR, whatever, or I'm gonna do some crafting today because I've got the stuff, and I can just chill, do some crafting, make some weapons, also have some of the residue left over, so everything that I make will be like full TT. And it might even get to a point where I'll be able to just make my own armor, Because the cool thing about sort of slowly building things over time is that as long as you don't get to a point where it's like, ugh, I need to sell this stuff because I need the PED. That's kind of what I want to avoid. So I'm going to be doing a lot of these smaller hunts and doing smaller missions and all that sort of stuff. If I can keep myself at a point where I don't get to a point where I'm like, oh shit, I need the PED, then I can just keep building shit up. I can just keep building up. And, some people might say, oh, well, once you run out of PED, just don't play for a week or two. I can't do that. I'm too addicted to Entropia. But I could, do some swanting. That's another thing that I'm going to have to build up, because there are crafting stuff that needs vibrant sweat. Needs vibrant sweat and all that sort of stuff, so I gotta make sure I do some sweating each day, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, but yeah, I'm hoping this new plan of mine kind of works out. And I'll be recording it every day, so you guys should get a, hunting run or a mining run every day. That's kind of the plan. Times have been tough. Times have been a bit rough. Not just tough as in money-wise, but in general, things have been rough. And I've realized recently that you kind of just gotta take the bull by the horns. You are the arbiter of your own destiny, or some wank like that. Okay, we're just going to convert this. Kill this one, and then we'll kill this one, and then we will run over to that way. We'll run over to that way. And let's see, so according to our reports, we have... Yeah, I need to make sure I need to make sure that no, I think it calculates it in. I think it calculates it in, which is good. So, we came back with 107 0.09% in TT value. That's not in markup value. That's just purely in TT value. And who's this? Is there's one of my society members down here. Who is it? Who is that? Is that WA123? I know he's been around here recently. Oh, he must have fucked off. It was probably him, in all honesty. Well, let's have a look. Is there anything decent? So we got back what we put in, which is always good, which will allow me to go off and do my little piglet hunts and stuff like that. So let's see. We got socket 1. You know, that we'll be able to build that up. You know, get all that good shit. Boar head. Nothing interesting, but we can use that in a crafting thing. Actually, let's go and have a look at our crafting stuff quickly before we end the video. And also, before we end the video, I just want to let you guys know that if you want to help me out, you can by hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button as well. And if you're feeling oh so generous, there are a couple of like monetary things down below that you could do. I think it's a super like or super whatever. Basically, you give me money. I think that's it. Like, it's like a donation thing. And there's also a members thing. Now, I will be figuring out something for members, but right now it's really cheap. It's like $1. And I've only got one member, an absolute legend, named Kobek420. Absolutely fucking Chad legend. He is like big dick energy. He has the biggest of dickest energies. Anyway, let's have a look at some of this stuff. So, I'm fairly certain that there will be. Am I able to filter it by planet only? No, I cannot filter it by planet. That sucks. But if we have a look at the armor, got this Trojan breastplate. So this is something that I'll be able to do on here on Next Island. I'll be able to do this Trojan breastplate, and this is an unlimited set. So if I can get the rest of them, that'll be great. So I've got the colorite crystals. I just got to get the obsidian crystals, which I can get. I can get obsidian crystals from the boar piglets, I believe, and Pratonium. Now this is unrefined Pratonium. This is unrefined Pratonium, so it's I won't have to do anything with this one, but I'll be able to make this. So my hope, right? My hope is that getting all this shit, I'll be able to make this shit, and then get more blueprints for various armor pieces. That's kind of the hope. I do want to do some weapon crafting here to see if I can get some Next Island specific weapon crafting blueprints. Things like this, like Cleric Dagger, I should be able to find iron. I don't know if I'll be able to find angelic plates, but I can also do this Jester D1, which is really cheap, and then, you know, I'll be able to just make it, and then, I don't know, I'll probably just TT it. You can't, these sell like the tiniest little itty bitty bits, but it's not worth it. But the stuff that you get from it, right, the blueprints that you get from it, the various LRs and the BCs and the LPs and the BPs and all that sort of stuff, those are well worth it. There's also this Man MPH. Can't really do that one. But you know, there's a couple that I could do. There's this Liberator as well, which this is a Next Island. I believe this is a Next Island specific. Yeah, Soren Stone, Dark Listerium Bar, and the Phlogiston. And the simple 2 plastic springs. This is a ship weapon. This is a mounted ship weapon, which hey, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, I don't have enough mounted laser stuff. I don't have anywhere near enough to even throw this on there. So, well, I could throw it on my Slipner, but not my Slipner, my quad wing. But I probably won't hit anything. I probably won't hit shit. Well, I mean, I would still hit things, but nowhere near as much. Anyway, we're going to be leaving it there for today, ladies and gents. if you've got any suggestions of stuff that I could do here on Next Island, if you have any tips, hints, tricks, anything that you want to share with me, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And remember, I'm going to be trying to do these every day, so keep an eye out every day, and be sure to show your love and support and all that sort of stuff. You all take care, stay safe, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.